Hi. If you want to check out more music by Gino Samuel, please check out Gino Samuel Official, my music channel, down below. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else you want to go. Anyway, so that's me, and this is you. Hi there. How are you? All right, so your baby's so cute. Thank you very much. I mean, Chris Shannon's jamming. PP poo poo. Well, that's very good. Please let me know if the audio is okay. According to my end, it looks pretty good. My levels look pretty good. Let's see how I sound. Do I sound good? Cute. Thank you very much. That sounds fucking amazing. I need to actually keep away from my mic. And now I got a new audio interface that so that means I don't have to eat my microphone anymore. So that's nice. There's a whole really, Ramon, it's been that long. It's been over a year, apparently. I mean, I have been, yeah. We've all been busy with our life, no? Ain't that the truth? Anyway, I have a hard-boiled egg on me. Hope you don't mind that much. I'm gonna continue eating this when we're watching videos, at least. I won't subject you to that kind of torture. So anyway, how you all doing? I'm doing all right. I'm working on my documentary about Otabenga. It's going pretty well. I'm also working hard on creating visuals and one more music video for my upcoming album called Squeal. It will be out on June 24th or 25th. I'm not sure, depending on your time zone, really. So please check out. I think I have a Spotify link down there. If I don't, then I don't know. Just look up Gino Samuel on Spotify, and then you'll find me. There's a pre-save link, pre-save page for my new album. So please check that out and pre-save if you want to hear it when it drops. As it drops, be sure to pick it up. And then yeah, it's gonna be a fun trip. It's very different from what I usually do. I've recently got some more interesting ideas for future works. I always want to try something new, apart from the next album, which will be something old. So I made this album called The Proselytes Flux back in 2013, I believe. I just uploaded it onto YouTube. I think I didn't distribute it anywhere. And at that time, I felt it was the best thing I've ever done, and nothing I could ever do again would be as good as this. So I decided to stop making music from that point on. For about 3 years, I didn't make any new music because I thought that was the best thing I ever did, which is an interesting thought I had. You know, I was so young. I was only 10 years old. So yeah, I developed a lot since then. My techniques have improved a lot, so I'm gonna remake that album and re-release it. Release it for the first time, really. So yeah, it's a fun album. I really like it a lot, of course, but it's a bit rough around the edges, very amateurish, I might add. So that's gonna be the one after Squeal is done. After the Squeal press tour is done, I'm gonna also do a so-called live performance of Squeal on my rooftop up there at night. It's gonna be, pre-recorded, of course. I can't really stream from the rooftop. I have no ways to connect to the internet or to the mains. So yeah, it's gonna be pre-recorded, but it's gonna be a live performance anyway, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Please check that out as well. Yes, I am in China, by the way. It was brand new. Let's get busy, but Christian is... Hi, Gino. Hey, Henry. What's the word on more CD releases, boss man? Dude, I'm having trouble selling the Morgana CD anyway, so... And this is my biggest hit, apparently, so... It's not looking good on more CDs, personally. Unless I get really, really big for some reason. But anyway, if you like Morgana is available on CD for purchase from my website or from Bandcamp. I think it's cheaper on Bandcamp. And they will be signed. This one's not signed. That's just an example, but mine will be signed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Please check that out. Oh, say less, I can buy 10. Well, you don't need to do that. Come on. Come on. Still planning to stay in China for the foreseeable future, like to raise the kid? For the foreseeable future, yes, those are the plans. Yeah, because... Bro, these walls are sad. Paint them. No, you don't get it. It looks like they're stained or something from the camera, but they're not. They're actually... They look very nice. They're textured, and they're selectively reflective. You know, they like you see, it's like a little floral pattern on these. It's not real like a wallpaper. They're like these hard panels that are placed on top of the walls, and they look really nice. You see, you cannot paint this. It's not like stucco or something. I don't know. It's nice and sterile. Hospital. Hey, they're not. They're not. Not that sterile. AKGs, yeah, they're doing me well. I've had. Wait, I think I changed models recently. When I got to China, I got a new set. This is the K240 Mark II. I think that's what I had in Japan. I can't remember. I can get my house stylized once I get my own house. Once I get our own house, so. So that will come soonish. We're gonna move out of here and move on to to our own place in the city, the big city, not a Chinese village anymore. So yeah, that's I think these are the updates from me. Now we're gonna get on to Christian, which I must say, we've reached a fairly boring point in Christory. Oh, and also things are moving along very well with the remastering of the Comprehensive History series. So that's a project I'm really excited about too. Hopefully released by the end of this year, but I'm kind of doubtful now because I'm currently working on part 4 of the remaster. But so far, it seems like the first 4 episodes at least are 10 minutes longer on average than what's available on YouTube. So that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. It's a very different feel. It's not only adding more information that I missed the first time and more clarity, but also just switching stuff around and even taking away stuff. Like there was a moment in, I think part 1, I think, where originally I said something like then Chris moved to this new elementary school, and there is no information about how Chris was treated and how Chris felt at this school. Why did I even say that sentence? Why did I do that? So I cut that off, of course. It's like the television program Alf, It's So Choice. No, I never watched Alf. Do you think you'll build the house or just going to make sure you have a home office? Well, the house... He then farts. A remaster of the first parts. The first 85 is going to be released physically and probably as a Patreon exclusive as well, I must say. Yeah, so the house will be fairly newishly built and unrenovated, so the renovations will be up to us, and it would be nice to dedicate a space, like as an office space, and get like soundproofing paneling and, you know, all that fancy jazz for recording and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. And we also want to set up a home cinema system as well. That'll probably be just the living room as well, but you know, imagine 3-bedroom minimums, all probably 5 bedrooms, honestly. Do you realize that renting an apartment in my closest city is like what, 1 or 2,000 RMB, and divide that by 8 and you roughly get the dollars. Can you fucking imagine that? It's like what, $200, $300, $400 for a 2-bedroom apartment per month, and pretty good too, honestly. In China, you're not gonna get a situation like Detroit or Philadelphia. The government will never allow that kind of stuff to happen here, you know? This is the merge. This is the merge. Anyway, let's move on with the merge. Let's get jiggy with it. We're setting up our next video right here. Oh, great. Chris looks great. And by the way, what's the population of the town you're in now? The town itself? The village, I mean? Oh my god. I mean, I guess, I'd say under 10,000. 5,000, maybe it's more accurate. Maybe even less than that. But the nearest city is, the metropolitan area is over 1 million, but the wider area is about 8 million. Including the suburbs. So yeah, we're setting up. Let's go. Scene 3. No, this one. There you go. And my face was not right. Like every goddamn time I do this, my face is in a different place. There you go. Something like that is a bit better. What made you attracted to China? My wife, apparently. Staying with my wife and my boy. And my wife's parents for now, because it's very nice, because we're living here rent free basically. I gotta appreciate that moment as we make our own money and move out eventually. So anyway, this is Sonic True Headquarters Google intro video. So at this point, 21st of April 2019, Chris was campaigning to make Sonichu headquarters, I mean, her house, an officially recognized business on Google. Yes, I also lived in Japan. I keep saying Japan because I want to say Japanese, but then if you take out the E's, it's just Japan. It's wrong. It's Japan, not Japan. Are going to be continuing the documentary series eventually, not for the foreseeable, not for a year or two at least, I'd say. But yes, as a white wine business. My white wine? The hell? How long was I in Japan? From summer 2018 till February 2022. So 19, 20, 21, 3.5 years, let's say, thereabouts. So anyway, let's go.
Hello, everybody. This is Christine Weston Chandler.
I think I heard a dog yelp. Let's just hear that again. Yeah, there was.
Hello, everybody. This is Christine Weston Chandler.
I speak okay Japanese.
Coming late to you live
Not great.
from my faithful and loving home in Ruckersville, Virginia, which has now been correctively and recognized officially by Google as, and with fan support bringing the name up, this is officially Sonichu headquarters. This is not only my home for me as the creator and author of the books and artworks and other featurettes featuring Sonichu and Roschu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon, and their evolution families, and all the other special Sonichu and Roschus aside from that. But also, this is a loving, fairly well kept home. At least my father, the late Mr. Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., has been kept it up well. We had a
So it has been fairly well kept until your father died, which was at this point 8 years ago. Even so, we've seen the videos, Chris. We've seen the videos. It was not well kept, even when Bob was alive.
Lily garden, but yeah, it's a mess. I mean, I'm not going to show the mess, but obviously, what was daylilies is now a bunch of forest during the summertime that I would not advise going through whatsoever. Anyway, aside from that, this house is also blessed by me and my soul and spirit and everything. Keep it strong and going as it is and ever will be, and continuing on forward. Because I got the superpowers. Believe it or not, I am a CPU, a console patron unit, a goddess of the Commodore consoles.
God damn.
Ooh, sun's so bright. Anyway, at this house, this home, even messing y'all becomes an official Pokestop, or even better, a Pokemon gym. I'll keep maintenance of the gym.
No, there was a 2009 tour, there was the 2014 tour, and very recently was the 2018 tour, which she made for the Idea guys. So there were at least 3 tours, as far as I can remember now.
Gym by battling it,
it was a 2013 tour, I think, and it was shared by Alec Benson Leary for some reason. For some reason, he got a hold of it. Maybe he was doing some sort of download trolling at that time.
Blue or red team members, Pokemon clearing out. I'll do that twice a day, and bringing in one of my favorite Pokemon, including my beloved 32 plus ribbon earning that I had raised from the original Ruby cartridge back in the early 2000s, my Blaziken Inuyasha. But anyway,
Chris did seem to be a fan of Inuyasha as well. It's not referenced that much throughout Christory, but every once in a while she throws in an Inuyasha reference, like in that Sonichu issue where Wes Isley gets pinned to a non-sacred tree, which is an Inuyasha reference, and then here her Pokemon is named Inuyasha. It's not really talked about. Also, I want to see. I want to watch. Maybe we can watch it together sometime. The Adventures of the American Rabbit, movie, which apparently is very influential to Chris and to her whole concept of American patriotism and narrative storytelling, and even if you just look at the front cover of the American Rabbit, it just looks like it just looks like Sancho's pose in Sancho issue 0 cover, you know.
I'll definitely set up benches for everyone's comfort so they can enjoy the Pokestop and gym challenges and the raid bat and the raids and all that good stuff. Now, one more thing I will mention for this introductory video for this thing. The haters. I've been followed for years by internet trolls and cyberbullies. And definitely worse.
Do you know which popular anime and stuff Chris likes that we don't know of?
Bunch of negative comments and low ratings, so
I don't know any more than you could possibly know, because all I get is from the quickie and from Kiwi Farms, and that's public information. I skipped a lot of it honestly, because I'm not interested in knowing the ins and outs of Chris's likes that much. Only what's relevant to the documentary. So there's lots of stuff I'm sure that Chris enjoyed in the past. I don't know about it off the top of my head, but we can look it up on the quickie fairly easily. Let's look at Chris talking to Pokemon in real life.
They're gonna leave a whole bunch of negative comments and low ratings, so I just, in the final decision making, just ignore all hateful comments. People who make the Pokemon Go app and people at Google, because I do as well as I can with my art and books and everything. I'm just one individual with superpowers still in development.
Yep.
With only my loves nearby.
Oh.
I should chance you. My blaze again. They will be fully visible soon after the
He's right there.
merge.
I saw him. He's right there.
But aside from that, this is the Sancho headquarters. And I'll remain here for quite some time. Keeping it blessed and everything. Even when I'm in this...
Thanks for joining, Vargleek.
Or the nation of Kama, anywhere else. This is protected. Safe and sound and everything.
The dogs are crying out.
Mrs. Christine Weston Chandler Sancho, the CPU Blue Heart of the mighty nations of Quickville and Kama. Yeah, everybody be safe and have a good, safe day. Thank you.
That's an interesting pose. Next up, we got a couple of begging videos. So let me address some stuff here. I do not have a portal to Quickville. That is true. I'm interested in. Oh my god, I have so many ideas that I think are worthwhile, that I think would be fun making, and I think would be enjoyed by the masses at least. But unfortunately, I do not have the time or the resources to do them. Like this one side project that I'm really interested in is creating virtual museums, basically, of historical sites, historical times and places, such as New Amsterdam in 1660, which of course eventually became New York City. And I was just researching the Otabenga documentary, and the St. Louis Exposition of 1904 shows up there pretty prominently, and I have so much collected information and photos of that place. I have close to 30 gigabytes of just photos organized into folders of the St. Louis Expo. And I was really into recreating that in like Unreal Engine 5 or something. And I want that to be an explorable, interactive museum, basically, as it was back in the day. Like, very, very much inspired by the Titanic Honor and Glory project, which is... At first, they had some. I talked about this, I think, on my Geno Samuel 3 channel before. That they had really big ambitions about it being an explorable museum, and also at one point. Thank you very much.
The Handyman,
thank you very much.
46.90W quarters. You the best, keep it up, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. I was gonna say, yeah. They had big ideas before. They even had this concept of interactable
CPU,
thousands of NPCs that you could talk to, and they're all move around, and they're all based on real people. And then also it would be sinking in real time, and you have to escape the Titanic in time. They were way in over their heads, and they're not going to do that anymore, I'm pretty sure. But it is going to be a walking simulator of sorts, and an explorable virtual museum. So I want to do something like that, for like sites and places, for cities. I even had an idea for making Chris's house as well, back in 2009, the way it was, and it's an interactable museum as well. So that's something I want to do. But I think I need to be, I need to get more successful in other avenues before I can afford to take time off doing this and do something else. So anyway, we need some gas money. Please help. Let's have a look.
Hey everybody, got a little situation here. Less than an eighth full of gas in our one tangible vehicle here, and in pocket money only, as well as a little bit
What happened?
of petty cash. And I'm stopped, by the way. I'm in the yard at home.
Thanks.
Anyway,
I
I
wasn't
need
sure.
like $20 for gas, please. Please help me out.
Excuse me. Anyone here remember Encarta? Do you mean like Encarta Encyclopedia? Is that what you mean? Because back when I had my own PC for the first time, back in 2005 or so, my dad gave me a disc. Maybe it was a 2-disc set of sorts, of Encarta Encyclopedia, 2005, I believe. And in case you don't know, back in the good old days, before Wikipedia, you had to use encyclopedias in books, for example. You know, it's an encyclopedic knowledge of pretty much everything ever, you know, theoretically speaking. And Encarta Encyclopedia was the digital version of that. So you download it, Encarta Encyclopedia, and it's basically an application. You open it up, and you look up stuff, and then there's an article written about the history of that stuff, or that thing, or that person, or that event. Literally Wikipedia, just offline and unupdatable, clearly, because it's burned onto a disk, and the information is there forever. And that's how I learned about a lot of stuff, and that's how I learned about languages, how I learned about some countries and bands as well. Like before I had internet access, even I had to use this to learn about stuff. So yeah, that was a thing. That's very important to my personal development and my want of knowledge and learning. So yeah, shout out to Encarta. Hope they're still around doing stuff.
Really need it so we can use this van before our money. So we can use this van some more before our money comes in by next week. It's like next Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you.
Do you believe Sancho medallions are cursed? Possibly, yes. I feel like the idea guys were the worst influence on Chris troll-wise. Isabella was just depraved, but she did not plant the seeds the idea guys did. Isabella herself did not do that much to Chris, honestly. If anything, she saved Barbara just by leaking the chat. So she was depraved and demented and horrible in her own way, in her own circle locally, but she didn't really do anything to Chris that was that bad, you know? That wasn't my phone. That was my wife's old iPhone 7, I think. We have to keep our old phones with us just in case, you know, we need to do something. Here's a big reveal. Here's an iPhone. I think it's an iPhone 7 or iPhone 8. I think it's a 7. Yeah. Good old days. with a button on it. You remember when Steve Jobs dropped the iPhone 1 and it had one button and everyone lambasted him for having only one button? What the fuck are you supposed to do with one button? Now I have no buttons. He was ahead of his time, really.
Hello, Nintendo Merd.
Nintendo Merd.
It's a happy birthday.
Apparently, Nintendo Merd donated some money to Chris, and now Chris is happy.
Happy birthday. Have an awesome one. Yay!
And she tried to convince him to bathe with a bath. No, she didn't do that. That's all rumors. And also, happy birthday to Maker Night V.
And also, a very sweet happy birthday to my friend MKR. So awesome. She is really awesome. You're awesome, Megan. So happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
I want to write I want to write a book about Chris.
Have an awesome day. Love you.
I think he'll translate really well to books, to a book. It'd be like the comprehensive history, just with more personal insight, perhaps more behind the scenes commentary as well. Dude, you should totally make a small documentary of Isabella. She should never be allowed to live a normal life after. She's apparently, I don't know. I think she changed her name ever since and moved to a different place, and she's had some run-ins with the law already. So I don't know. I don't really want to touch this world anymore. I think I need to talk to Chris about it. We need to make a deal. Bonus: lack of glitter bombing, epic burn. So Chris, I think got a letter filled with glitter, and she didn't make it glitter all over the place. So it's good apparently.
Hey everybody, Weston Chandler coming to you live from home, and we just received a lovely little gift box. But my psychic powers are deducing and very good because she was able to sense
The grammar's a bit off.
foresight, a plot, an ingenious plot, or a simple plot, or just a plot that had been done to me at least once before. Before opening or even cutting the tape that this box is open with, foresaw gummy candies, shape of penises. Nice. It's okay. I'll enjoy those.
What?
But also, I sensed the glitter bomb. Glitter bomb.
Wait, so she envisioned that inside was gummy candies shaped like penises? She envisioned that? She was going to enjoy that too, because she... Not just Chris grammar, there's something else that's off about Chris too. Yeah, I know about Chris, Isabella's parents. Yeah, that's shifty stuff. Boss, the portrait of you and Mrs. Samuel is choice. Would you be getting a new one made annually featuring young Samuel? Oh, that's pretty good. Actually, we have lots of photos from that photo shoot and from our wedding as well, that I haven't uploaded yet, and they're pretty good. So I want to show off because we just look good, man.
Yeah. I opened it all slowly. And no mess. Look, no mess at all on where we opened it right here. No, all the mess is in this, inside this one Ziploc bag that I put it all into. Yeah, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling any of us. Have a good day.
Good for Chris for foreseeing the gummy penises and the glitter bomb. So now we have a Nick Robinson video coming up. So Nick Robinson at first made this video about this video game character from Nintendo something or other called Pappy Van Poodle, who apparently no one ever saw, no one ever knew about. And then he did a follow-up video based on comments that he received from that video. saying something to the effect that, oh, apparently people have discovered Pappy Van Poodle, and I think even Christian was the first person who has discovered Pappy Van Poodle. So for this video, Nick Robinson interviewed Christine. So we're gonna look at that interview here from Nick's video. Nick Robinson Babylonian. What is? Oh God, that's okay. Anyway, Nick Robinson Babylonian. I'm not quite sure what that means. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball is the game. How's Nick doing these days? He's making a Jeremy Fragrance documentary. Interesting. Wow, he's been kind of AWOL for a while. With Japan to visit Microsoft bimbos in person. Classic. Pretty cool stuff, honestly. And yeah, I know that feel, bro. Because I'm working on something. It takes such a long time to make, and finally it's going to come out soon. After 2 years of working on it, Jesus. Is this Chris's video? Or is this someone else?
Last week when I uploaded my video documenting my discovery of Pappy Van Poodle, I expected that a couple of things would happen. I knew that the Google results would probably change, going from 0 to at least 1 result. What I could never have predicted was the explosive reaction to that video, the countless pieces of fan art, a change.org petition to get Pappy into Smash Bros. Pappy earlier than this, right? For a while, I thought this was it. And right when I had started to accept
Let's
this
have a look
post, 3 years
at
after
the relevant area.
The first instance of Pappy, I saw a comment on my video that changed everything. A user going by the name Ricardo Webb left the following comment, quote, "I remember when CWC's Nintendo purchases got discovered, and it turns out they paid the full amount for each minigame. People laughed at the fact that Chris didn't seem to get the haggling aspect, but perhaps Chris was just a fan of the unsung hero Pappy?" This comment stopped me dead in my tracks. For those who don't know, CWC is an acronym for Christine Weston Chandler, often referred to colloquially as Chris Chan on the internet. You might know her from her creation Sonichu, or from her very vocal protests when Sega changed Sonic the Hedgehog's arm colors from tan to blue when they released Sonic Boom. Now, Christine is a truly legendary figure on the internet and has been for over a decade now, so the possibility that she discovered Pappy before I did completely shook me to my core. And after reading this comment, I immediately began looking into this possibility, which led me to a list of eShop purchases that Christine had made, allegedly leaked back in 2015 by a Nintendo employee. And after scrolling for a while,
a Nintendo employee,
Rusty's Real Deal Baseball presented with the additional information that Christine had, quote, bought every single minigame. I gulped. It was beginning to seem possible. If Chris Chan had purchased every minigame at full price, as this comment suggested, that would mean that she had definitely encountered Pappy, not just once, but 6 separate times. And knowing that this must have happened in 2015 at the latest, that would mean that CWC was the first individual on record to ever encounter Pappy Van Poodle.
Let's see. This video was my first time discovering Chris. Wow.
Frantically, I kept looking for information, but it soon became clear that I had hit a dead end. I searched everywhere I could online, but this list and the caveat that she'd purchased every minigame Real Deal Baseball. So very quickly, I realized that was to reach out to Christine and Christine's general area. I was able to set up a meeting, and he went to...
So Kopitz at this point was Chris's liaison, and now it's Caden from Prater. Actually, that's really funny because someone has to keep in manage of Chris's affairs, because Chris cannot manage anything herself.
Christine's house, put her on FaceTime with me, and I asked her point blank.
Ow, ow, ow.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, all right.
Hello.
Hello.
Right. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Nick.
Hi, Nick.
So I'm making a video about a 3DS game called Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I played it.
Oh, awesome.
It was free to play, but yet pay to play also.
Yeah.
I remember playing a bunch of mini games within it and making a deal with Rusty.
So there was a
great shot of Chris enjoying that tea. Do you know when Dogman Chris, did you watch the full Not Safe for Work videos he would make? Yes.
I made a YouTube video recently about this hidden character in the game. It turns out that you remember like there was like a haggling thing where you could negotiate with Rusty.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
He's like, you're really making me lose my whole profit margin. You make me go below even breaking even.
So somebody told me that
Ignore it completely,
the
yeah,
game,
as you
and
should.
that when you had negotiated with Rusty, did you haggle with him? You haggled the money down?
Yeah, way down.
Oh, got it. I'm trying to track down who originally discovered this character for the first time, and somebody in a YouTube comment said that you had encountered this character or that you didn't negotiate, but I guess that's not true.
Yeah, not quite. Sorry.
It's okay. What are your like main memories of Rusty's Real Deal Baseball?
The back and forth between me and a wabbit. Because Rusty was a wabbit. It's
Right.
just like saying that.
Rabbit.
I'm Lucas, I was a wabbit.
I actually, you might be thinking of Nintendo Badge Arcade because that was a rabbit. I think Rusty was actually a dog.
Oh, okay. Well, my mistake.
It's okay. But just to be clear, you did haggle with Rusty and you did negotiate with him to get those prices down.
Oh, yes.
Got it. Thank you so much, Christine. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice talking with you, Nick.
Anyway, so if you want to continue that video, you can watch it again for yourself, who really discovered Pappy Van Poodle. Next up, PewDiePie does not live here. He lives in Sweden. He does not, by the way. At that time, of course, PewDiePie is Swedish. He lived in the UK at that time. Now he lives in Japan with his lovely family. Lucky guy. And then, I'm actually... No, when you do the 6 degrees of separation... Okay, so if I meet the person themselves, is that 0 degrees? And if I meet a person who met someone else, that's 1 degree, right? That's 1 degree of separation. Because if that's the case, then I'm 1 degree of separation away from PewDiePie. Because I met the anime man from Trash Taste podcast, of course, who is apparently chums with PewDiePie. So there you go.
Hello, everybody. Weston Chandler coming to you live from home.
Gina doesn't live here. He lives in Lithuania. So apparently someone's sending Chris stuff that is addressed to PewDiePie, and Chris is very adamant about it, saying that no, PewDiePie does not live in Ruckersville, Virginia. You silly Billy. He lives in Sweden. Chris apparently actually believes that someone is mistakenly sending stuff addressed to PewDiePie.
And today, I'm setting something straight. Every so often, and this ticks me off because not only does the actual person does not get the mail, but to forward it is impossible for me because I don't have his address and he lives in Sweden.
6 degrees? What the hell does that even mean? The 6 degrees of separation is a concept I think is developed from a stage play, wherein the idea or the theory is that every person is connected to every other person in the world at any one point, by degrees of separation. Basically, if I know this guy who knows this guy who's met this guy who's met this guy who's met this guy, and through these 5 degrees I'm connected to this one person, basically. That's the idea. It was also 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon is also a popular twist on that, where Kevin Bacon himself basically saying he's connected to every other single person everywhere through 6 degrees of separation from himself. Yes, I'm just rewatching older videos chronologically just to pass the time, really, and hang out and see what's up.
Felix Ivan
Kajelberg.
also known as PEWD Pie.
That is how you spell it. P-E-W-D pie.
does not live here at 14 Branchline Court, Rockville, Virginia, 22968. And I never...
I did not hear any address there. Did you? I'm pretty sure you did not hear a damn thing. I think it said a bunch of gibberish, really.
ever want to see another piece of mail addressed to him sent to me here.
Yeah, there's a Wikipedia game that's similar with articles, like how, like, if you choose the wrong, if you choose the correct links from any random article, how fast can you travel to World War II or something, you know?
And PewDiePie, please put a mailing address on your YouTube channel to where your fan mail and everything can actually be sent to. Please. Thank you.
That was Genuine Rage, which we haven't seen in a long time. Next up is something that's... How old are you? Because you look 21. Well, apparently I am 21. Not anymore, actually. I'm 22. I had my birthday recently. I'm still getting used to that, you know. Believe in the OCs and deities. So this is going to be something that's not that...
Hello, everybody. This is
not that
Christine Chandler coming to you live from
animated,
home
I
once
think.
again. And right
Follow
now,
me on Twitter, yada yada.
we have a bit of a situation. Turns out, while we do have a good number of believers in the OCs, CPUs,
Am I
deities,
Canadian?
everyone.
You're not the first person to say that, to guess that, because apparently I do have a Canadian accent somehow. Because it does sound kind of American, but also not as exaggerated as an American accent, so it's kind of subdued. Also, I just like saying a boat. That sounds nice. Soft Canadianized, just, yeah, that's me. Anyone ever play the game where you click on Google Street View in India and see how many clicks it takes to find a spot with no rubble or trash? Yeah, that's a pretty good one too. Chris is sweating something fierce.
And we could definitely make the dimension merge happen a whole lot faster and over with. Definitely for the better benefit of everybody. Everybody!
That's the AC, I think, in the background there.
Dimensions and the combined dimensions. So we have faith in all the OCs and all the deities, especially those OCs.
I was familiar with Chris for a long time, ever since 2011 or so. But I really started researching and working on this series at the end of 2017. That's when it started, and I uploaded my first video on February 11th, 2018, on the channel Geno Samuel 2. That blew up really quickly.
But anyway, faith in all the OCs. Undiscriminately, just do it, please. Just give them a thought. Give your OCs a thought.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Research, yada yada. Oh yeah, I'm also interested in making one-off videos about certain aspects of Chris's life. But I feel like I really have to finish some other projects before I move on to any of this sort of extracurricular stuff. You know, for the moment, I'm trying to stay focused on 3 projects at one point. There's the documentary channel, Geno Samuel 3, Otabenga. That's my focus. I know I have other ideas for other stuff for that channel, but I have to get this done first before I move on to anything else. Music channel, I have my new album out very soon, in a few days. I need to work on some visuals for that, some music videos, some shorts for TikTok and stuff like that. I need to do that. That's my focus before I move on to the next album. I know I'm going to work on it very soon, but I have to get this done first. Geno Samuel 2.1, I'm working on the remasters of the Blu-rays for Christian Comprehensive History, Season 1 remastered. I got to do that first before I move on to other things. And we need to listen to Jesus Christ being an OC again.
Everybody. Alright? Oh, hell. Rainbow Bright. And Magic Chan, if you can see him right now, he's literally sitting right here.
The hell? He's tiny.
Anyway. we need to increase our believers in all the OCs between here and C197 and all of our surrounding related dimensions and timelines. Jesus Christ himself and our God Emmanuel.
Gino, on that recent leaked call of Chris revealing Flutter's name, reckon it's AI. I've worked with AI and 11 Labs and stuff like that. I think it's possible. There's some tells to that, like for example the audio of Chris's voice during that call is more clear than the other leaked recorded calls. But it's not simply text-to-speech using a Chris Chan voice model, because there are over-enunciations that AI cannot do. Like when Chris Chan on that call corrected the caller, said her name's not Allie, it's Owly. AI cannot enunciate that way. And then Chris gets angry at the end of the call. AI cannot do that. So if it's AI, then it's someone using a speech-to-speech model, wherein they already can pull off a fairly decent Chris Chan impression themselves using their copying their pronunciations, and then replacing his voice with Chris's. So that way the pronunciations, enunciations, and emotions will all be preserved, except basically your vocal cords are changed to Chris's. And that way it will sound pretty natural. So would anyone ever go to that kind of effort? I really don't know. All we can do from this point on is wait until Chris live streams again and try to antagonize her by saying Owly or something, and see. Maybe that word is blocked, like you can't write a message with that word there, you know. So it's weird, you know.
They're OCs too, though they literally are those that have worked here. Like, you know, your Lord Jesus Christ sacrificed himself for real here. He's an OC. I'm an OC. If anything, between you and your cell counterparts,
Jesus Christ is an OC. How about that? By watching your documentaries, I've had weird dreams of meeting Chris, or Chris being filthy, refusing to work, and staying in my house. You ever had any? I actually did not. To my memory, I did not. This is an old video from June 2019, but I'm not sure if Chris is into that dimensional merge stuff anymore. I really don't remember.
You was an OC as well, so if anything, you believe in everyone else, you believe in yourselves as well. Alright? So believe in all the OCs, okay? And believe in us, the CPUs, and all the other deities all around and everywhere. Say a prayer. Have faith.
I was just gonna say, even with a subpar Chris impression, you can get pretty convincing with a good RVC model that you feed with your own Christian impression audio. I'm saying it's possible, but it's a very strange kind of it's a strange thing to leak, honestly. That's it. Like, everyone kind of thinks and is assuming that Flutter's real name is Allie or something. But then you post this call where it's actually Owly, which is a very rare Finnish name, and it's only Finnish. It cannot be anything else. It's only in Finnish, and it's kind of an older name. So it's really strange that someone would actually leak that. You know, it's such a specific thing. It's just weird.
Give us share with us a heartwarm, heartfelt, sincere thought, kindness, so forth. And more importantly,
why is Chris's upper lip sweating so much?
Alright? We don't need any more haterade, especially
No haterade, but
freaking cyberboys and bad internet trolls, but aside from that.
Aside from the good internet trolls, you know.
Major point Believe in the OCs. Believe in your OCs. Believe in yourself as an OC. Believe in Jesus Christ, Emmanuel. Who Emmanuel, by the way? God is a woman. And I have personally met them face to face.
Really?
And if you don't believe me in that, I've literally touched Jesus' hands. I cry every time I feel that scar in his hand. Cross when he did that, but still. Anyway, as a guy as myself, I am unable to worship Jesus or any of the other deities.
I'm just kind
But
of lost for words
I am
now.
friends with Jesus and
Chris is feeling
all the other deities of
stigmata.
CPUs. So the least I could do is support them and be a friend. That's what I do to the best of my abilities. Everywhere. My soul, my brain, my body. Literally working round the clock. Everywhere. And I'm flying by the seat of my pants by each thing that comes in.
Flying by the seat of my
So I can relay it
pants.
out to you via my Twitter or whatever, and whatever media I just feel impulsively need to do or whatever. So, that's it. And I do believe in this world of 1218 we could do a whole lot better.
We could.
Out of the 7 billion plus people in this world,
I'm sure there is some context to Emmanuel. I think that's. I think Emmanuel is. Emmanuel. That's a different Emmanuel. Ewo Manuel. almost sounds like my name, Gino Manuel. No, there is context to Emmanuel being God. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it does make sense though.
this dimension,
Loosely.
we could break more than half of them. That's 3.5 billion people, believers. Make them all aware of the OCs and the fact that they are an OCs in themselves. And we all do exist and coexist. And the sooner we do this, the sooner we band together in the common belief
Emmanuel.
and faith system. Not a religion, not a cult or anything like that. Certainly not a freaking delusion, imagination, or
No.
whatever.
Emmanuel is
adjective.
another name for Jesus, as far as I remember. That rings true for me. Yes. Gina, hi Gina. What's next for the channel? Are you doing more bonus features like the week with quick uploads? Not for the moment. I'm working on the remastered season 1, which will be available on Blu-ray and maybe DVD and maybe as Patreon exclusive only. So
Right there.
currently on
This
part
is
4.
all
Well,
real.
it'll take a while,
So you listen to me good.
so I need to get
Heed
cranking.
my words. And even if you pray to Jesus Christ, Buddha,
Matthew 1:23, behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God is with us.
or any other of your well-known deities of this world, they're going to tell you the same thing pretty much. And right
Chris has watched my videos before. I'm not sure how far she's at it now, because she was asked about this about a year ago, or maybe even more than that, and she was like on part 60 something, or maybe even 59 or something like that. She hasn't talked about it since then, so I'm not sure. At one point she joined this live stream and we had a little chat there, but it's a bit awkward, but yeah.
now, we need everyone to believe in the OCs of an
Chris has never copyright strike the docu-series, but she has struck the Sonic 2 animated series like a month ago, a bit more than a month ago now. Oh my god, it's been that long. Jesus, it's been almost 2 months. It's about 6 weeks ago. That was a fun project, but unfortunately she's not up for it, so I'll leave it be and just focus on the remaster instead.
Brown C197. That includes Equestria.
Do the degrees of separation have to be in person? Because of course I chatted with Chris online, but that doesn't really count. No, you need to be face to face in person, right?
And
You got a CRT? Holy shit, that'd be fucking amazing. Speaking of CRT, I need to make a Blender model of a CRT monitor for my future projects. I think I have an idea of how to make that, so I have to to fully emulate the CRT experience with the RMB squares and all thing. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, how much would it be? I'm guessing $150 for the Blu-ray box set. Probably a bit less for the DVDs, of course, but I'll have to reconfirm once they're complete, once I have them physically here, because shipping will be a bitch, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be kind of heavy, so I might need to adjust that figure. We'll see. And probably it's going to be a bit cheaper on Patreon as a Patreon exclusive, but you will not have the special features as you will have on the Blu-ray. Again, that's on the presumption that I will be able to make special features for the box sets, like director's commentary for every single episode. It's gonna be fun, and some bonus content there too. So why China? Because my wife is Chinese and we live with her parents. That's why.
us, the deities, as I am the CPU Blue Heart of the Commodore consoles and the nations of Kama and Quickville. And I'm literally half Sanchu, so I can transform into my Sanchu form.
God damn.
I know it seems hard to believe right now, but you're gonna see soon enough. But in the meantime, believe! Believe in all of us OCs. And everything. And the Dimension Merge. It's happening. We're approaching our end game. And we are destined and fated to win. So, follow my motivational speech, please, and follow our lead.
Do you have a job over there? No, I just do this.
We will complete this merge. We will all be consistent and coexistent with each other. And we will be able to hang out fully with our own creations. I'm very serious about that. It's happening! It's happening! Believe! Thank you. Have a good day.
That was interesting. So, right, it's China on the other side of the Iron Curtain. Apparently it is. What bonus features would it have other than commentary? At least it will have the original releases of the series, parts 1 to 13 from my Geno Samuel 2 channel, which are kind of hard to get now. I don't know. Do I have to make something else? I don't know. I really don't know. I have to think about it. Would you consider doing an interview with Chris? That's a maybe. Unlikely, but I'm open to whatever opens up in my life. There you go. Next up is hashtag Psychic Powers, which is a Twitter video originally, and when it was uploaded at the time to YouTube as an archive, a lot of these future videos were automatically set for kids because based on the toys in the videos, and that of course actually does not happen anymore. I'm pretty sure you fully have manual control over whether it's made for kids or not. And made for kids videos on YouTube, you cannot save them into a playlist. So I had to download this video myself and re-upload it onto my
The Lost Tapes YouTube channel and set it to not for kids, and now I can save it on this playlist. This is a demonstration of a USB stick, an MLP USB stick, and this means that Chris has psychic powers and can push stuff with her mind. So there you go. A plot to a story and a plant which is a historian. Both a slideshow of Geno's original Pokemon cards. That's pretty good. And then the next one, which was uploaded as well, but this was not made for kids, so it's fine here. I think that even Gibby made a debunking video analyzing these videos, these demonstrations of her powers, and saying, here's why Chris does not actually have psychic powers. She's tilting her hand thusly, just letting the gem fall down, you know. Proof she does not have psychic powers. 2 more videos for today. General BronyCon announcement is next. Who is General BronyCon?
Hello, everybody.
Whoa!
Christine Chandler coming to
Whoa!
you live from home
Whoa!
once again, and
Whoa!
Hello,
What the fuck?
everybody. Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again.
Oh, I
and-
know this video.
Yes, I'm going to BronyCon this weekend from August 1st to the 4th. All 4 days. Getting there Thursday morning and so forth. But let's be real, all right? I mean, I'm not going to be welcoming of hatred or malcontent, and you're going to get reported to security
Sure, tell me.
by me personally if you do anything bad. And I'm not going to do anything bad, so don't make any stupid false stories about me or shit, or try to set me up even. That's
Chris's forehead is kind of bulbous and it's got a bunch of fat in his forehead. It's really weird.
plain stupid. Alright? Anyway, you know me better. I'm more pleasant, I'm more kind, I'm more honest and sincere and everything. So please remember that. Approach me kindly and it's all good. Approach me badly and... Anyway,
I think my
Let's
head
see
was
all the
supposed to
good people
explode at that
BronyCon.
point.
be respectful, be kind, be positive to each other.
What, Chris's audio?
Have a good, safe day.
Oh, that was a low video. Sorry. Now it's gonna be too loud. Let's see.
Good day, everyone.
Okay, good.
It is I, Magi-chan Sonichu.
I'm convinced.
I have taken possession of Christine's body, as we have swapped bodies. Her soul is in my body, as you can see right behind me, on the opposite side of the dimension curtain. I am recording this today.
That rag is a dimension
as
curtain.
definitely backed up by Christine's second phone. It's August the 15th.
It is. Proof.
Which, on that note, should be the day I have uploaded this video, originally, long before I made it public. You could definitely tell that it is I as opposed to Christine.
Mouth
I mean,
washing.
the vocal tones, but also my behavioral patterns.
Oh.
The
Yes, he's acting exactly like Magi-chan, speaking slow and breathing deeply. My ideas for bonus features are a re-release of the April Fools. It's actually part 74, but yes, I'm definitely going to do a re-release of the part 74. And also slideshows of photos of Chris events like graduation, 18th birthday. That's interesting. Maybe I can recreate the original Yep, I'm on TV DVD, like with better quality or something. Like remake the slideshow with the best possible photos, you know, because there was this really long slideshow presentation on the DVD. It's like half an hour long of like all Chris's photos, and there's a bit. So Chris like recorded a video of like the TV screen of the slideshow and not the actual, you know, because it was like a PowerPoint or something. So he couldn't really make it into a video from the computer itself. So maybe I can make that or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Dimension Merge continues to progress. An event will happen very soon where my body fully comes into this 1218 dimension. And I will be swapped back with Christine. And everything will definitely further progress from there. It is quite different being in a human body, as opposed to my science body. Especially in the brain. My brain works a lot better. This brain, it needs work. But I am working on it.
You are?
I am improving.
You are Magichan? Let's see. I love that sneaky look. Checking if it actually moved or not. Yeah, to look at it again.
Well, that aside anyway. Still working on it.
Damn.
She's got power. I'm helping her find it. And she's borrowing my power too. She'll be making the journey very soon to progress everything there is. We will all be able to see and coexist with each other.
I actually did make my own fidget cube back then when I was in Tokyo in 2017 as an exchange student. I bought lots of switches and buttons from AliExpress and kind of super glued them together. So, and then I push buttons.
Very soon. At least at this point, my wisdom, intuition, and other thoughts are able to be shared in this realm. So take that as you will. Be good. Be safe. Be kind and take care of each other.
And that's the end, I think, for this stream. Let's switch back. Let's turn down this audio here. Stop it! Actually, don't stop it. Listen and enjoy. If you want to listen to more music, my music channel link is down below. Check out Gene Samuel for more music. New album coming out June 24th or 5th, depending on where you are. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. There you are, and we're back. Do you ever touch grass making a stream only to rewatch? Do I ever touch grass making a stream only to rewatch things you've seen hundreds of times and avoiding eye contact with your audience lovingly? Wait. Of course I touch grass. What do you mean? What the hell do you mean? Of course I do. Of course I do. I just don't stream myself touching grass. That doesn't mean I don't do it. Just finished having my yam bag hairs harvested to be used as hair plugs for progeria children. Thanks for this extra zesty stream. I'm not quite sure what those words mean, but thanks for joining, I guess. Was there a Gino Jr. update? Well, I mean, there's a there's a Theo over there. Where is he? I think he's out and about. He's walking around somewhere. My Plastic Love cover is so good, Gino. Thank you very much. That was a long time ago, man. Oh, camera's not on. Flowers on my dry ass walls don't. Okay. Of course I've thought about making a Hedgehog Boys album, but I feel like I'm only gonna do that if I'm really desperate. So you can count me on that. If I make a Hedgehog Boys cover album, I'm in trouble. Just remember that, if that ever happens. Coffee. Not set up for playing a song on the way out by chance? Are you looking for a song? No, I'm not set up for that. But hey, you know what? I can just I can instead play you out with can I play you out with no, I won't. I will not. I will not even do that. If you want to listen to the new album, please check out Gino Samuel on Spotify, and then you will get a And then you will get a pre-save option for the new album, Squeal, so please check that out. Then it's out very soon. And season 2 out maybe in a couple of years, we'll see. And next, yeah, please check out Patreon for more exclusives. You can get all the scripts for the remasters there as well, and plus some other updates about my other projects. And what else is happening there? Bandcamp for all my music as well. I'm available for download and streaming everywhere else. Mouthwashing is a short game, and since your brain is wired the way, you can totally see the similarities between... Okay, I see. Sure. Hi, Turbo. Bye, Turbo. Come on, show us the baby. Baby's not here, actually. I don't know where's the baby. How fast is shipping from AliExpress since you're in China? If you still... No, I'm not using that anymore. AliExpress is like the westernized version of Taobao? I'm not quite sure. No donations of less than $1. Pretty safe. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Starburst. And yeah, so I guess that's all the updates for now. Please take care of yourselves and take care of someone else. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you when I see you. Thanks very much for the fun chats and the mega chats. And that's it from me. This has been your host, Gino Samuel. Hope you have a nice, pleasant day, or night, or week. See you around. Pre-saved and pre-gamed. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We in the boring saga for real. Indeed, we are. Bye-bye.